Hello, and welcome back to the Couch in the Dungeon Gaming. I kind of hit everybody, and I don't think they were ready. This is just a tight little 15-20 minute after show that I don't know if we'll do this after every session or not, but every once in a while, we'll just have kind of like a tight little episode where we just kind of, I don't know, talk about the
about what
episode,
just happened.
what just happened.
This will be locked behind our Patreon wall.
Don't listen to him.
This is the lost art. They're the lost tapes. You'll never hear this until after the campaign is over.
No, I'm not waiting that long.
Yes, yes. Don't let them lie to you.
So,
I thought it went really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a little dark there about the first
the first session or two. Like I really like the moment where they rode in and I was just a little kid holding my dagger out. Like I felt like that, like abandonment. Like in the moment, I felt like we're just fucking these kids that were alone. Everybody got killed and like we're just out here. I'm just trying to survive, man.
Yeah.
Just the whole build up to the, I will say, as a fellow Fable nerd, some of you eagle-eared listeners would have picked up on some of the cues. I love it. I loved it.
Yeah, it is very heavily inspired by Fable and the Heroes Guild out of the very first Fable, and I'm sure that there will be a lot more parallels that'll be coming. I mean,
That's one game I have never played.
oh, dude,
Fable.
it's so worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
If you get a chance to play the Anniversary Edition,
Yeah.
yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah, do it.
The graphics are still hold up.
Oh,
Like the
nice.
gameplay still holds up. Like I just played it. I just beat 90% of it not that long ago. Sometime last month. A lot of good player interaction. I
Yeah.
feel like this is
Yeah.
going to be a good group. I feel like there's going to be a lot of chances for some good role play coming up that'll really kind of hopefully get that bond that we've seen kind of grow over season 2 over at the Drunken Spear.
Yeah. Like,
Uh,
I have
no
to
doubt.
say, this will technically be my first campaign. I've only played one shots, or
Yeah.
like on the Drunken
Yeah.
Spear, showed up a time or two.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I'm just super excited. It's been
Yeah,
first few
I'm
sessions
glad
were
to
a
see.
blast.
I'm really excited to see
Well overdue.
yes. I don't even remember last time I
how
played.
your character evolves. and
Oh, I
what-
know.
Really, all your characters, because I mean,
By now,
no
we're all pretty much-
barbarian,
yeah.
a Tabaxi ranger, a variant human bard, and a paladin minotaur. Like
And the thing is now,
that's going to
is
be the
like-
most fun to see is how you play
Yeah.
and what subclass you take of the
Yeah.
pally.
I was already thinking about what subclass at level 3 we'll get.
I
There's
can't
what
believe
I-
that big Minotaur got knocked down that easy. Jeez.
To be fair, I got some pretty lethal blows.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that 20 right off the rip,
Mhm.
and you
Yeah.
guys are only level 2.
Yeah.
Like,
It's rough being low level again.
Yeah.
No, that was level 1.
Yeah.
When
oh
that
yeah,
happened.
it was still level 1.
Oh yeah.
Crit.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And it's the first time I've played a low level, because one
Yeah.
shots I've always played
Yeah,
between
it's always been
3 or
higher.
up.
Yeah, they're like, here, come here at this level. You're like, all right.
All right, I'll min max to the best.
Yeah, now you're level 1. You're like, yeah, I like swing a sword good and stuff
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, really, everybody in combat got some good rolls. I
Yeah.
feel like there were. I mean, there was a. You know, you're always gonna have a few bad rolls, but I mean, I felt like most everybody rolled pretty high.
Yeah, I will say.
Yeah.
Like our combat went swiftly. Like
Hitting
that's one
the
thing.
basilisk at disadvantage that
Oh, yeah.
consistently was
Yeah.
pretty something.
I-
Before it even had a chance to really attack, to like make you try to like do a roll to see if you could keep
Yeah.
your eyes closed as you got bit or something.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like bam, bam.
The lowest roll I had for an attack was 17.
I just I will say, like, I think that's one of my favorite things about combat early on in a D&D campaign is the lethality of it. Because like once
Oh.
you get so high levels, it's like, all right,
It's
well, I gotta roll
tough to get
I gotta roll
down.
these many dice, this many
Yeah.
time, I gotta add up all this math. No, bro. Like in early combat, it's like I hit that motherfucker twice and he's dead. You know what I mean?
Or he hits
just-
me twice and I'm dead.
Yeah.
Like it's so much simpler. The combat goes so much faster. It's almost like you're on like instead of like an HP scenario, you're on like a to hit scenario. Like you get 3 strikes, you get hit 3 times, you're out. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like there's potential just in that sentence alone to create like a small little combat TTRPG system out of just that.
I'm sure there's something like that
Yeah,
exists.
you know what I mean? Like just and for the name's sake of like, say you have a podcast or a D&D show that you're it's a heavy narrative, and like the combat that you have a party that's not into combat, you know, maybe they just use a to hit scenario to speed things along rather than
Yeah.
doing all the number munchy crunching, which you could still do your to hit, you know, damage would just be, you know what I mean, out the window at that point. It would just be
they'd just
successful hits versus unsuccessful hits. But yeah, that's why it's just everything when you're low level is so much simpler. You know what I mean? Before D&D turns you into
before
the
you're
Avengers.
like, oh, I'm level fucking 15 and I have 100 spells I have access to, and
Yeah,
I've
like,
never even used this spell.
You
I
know how many-
forget when did
Oh
I
my
pick
God.
this up? What's it do?
You know how many things I had as Rango? I was so hyped to buy all those magical items. You know how many of those I used? Like 2. I gave more away than I used. Rango right now is
Vamir
like a
had plenty to give away.
Yeah.
He just didn't.
he,
He just didn't.
he did. He stole
I
that
give
fucking
Rango
box
stuff.
and then
That's
he
true.
gave a bunch of them away.
I
It's
took
because
care of
that's-
Rango.
Rango swindled a lot of money out of Vamir. He'd just take him to the shop and be like, "Oh, I'm 200 gold short," and Vamir would be
would
like,
pick up the
"All right,
tab.
well,
All
hold on,
right.
here's
To be
here,
fair-
how much you need?"
I was the
Hey,
dad
Vamir's
of all
not
of you.
sore on that.
Yeah, we had a lot of good time.
No, I just found it funny because it like the first time I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cute," and then like the third time I was like, "This motherfucker's got something worked out." Like,
Yeah.
I just was forgetful.
I think the most I loaned you at one time was what, 500 gold?
I
Something
think
like
so.
that. I was just like, yeah, I'll get you back. Because, I mean, my whole character premise was I was like, I didn't really give a shit about gold. Like, it was just something. It was just currency. To me, it was nothing. To everybody else, it was currency. So I really didn't care. I just figured I'd pay him back one way or another.
You're going to pay me back eventually, let me tell you. I know some things you guys don't.
I'll manipulate the time. Don't make me do it.
Well, I'm glad everybody had fun over those.
yeah.
So I bulk record the sessions because we'll be kind of like cutting them into hour segments or whatever, 55 minutes, whatever it is. And then so we're recording like 3, 4, however many sessions in one day, and they'll drop. So for you guys, it was a week. For us, it was, a few hours. Yeah, I'm glad everybody had fun. It was a ride. It's
Yeah.
going to be a ride. It took me a minute to find my footing. I feel like once I a couple of more sessions in, I'll really get back to the grass of
yeah.
being like,
Yeah. It always takes a few.
Well, for me, it seemed to just it actually went pretty smooth for as little as I've played.
It's because
just-
I told you before, you're natural. That's why.
it's always easier. I feel like it's always easier on the player side
Yeah.
to
Oh, I'm
find
sure.
myself and slide in. Whereas, like, on the DM side, you're trying to juggle being the NPC and
Yeah.
giving the description and remembering how you want to say everything and
Hmm.
not having your notes open at the beginning. So you're like, yeah.
Just
So
a
those,
moment.
those first couple of episodes, they're a little rough on my side. I had a couple of drinks,
No, I thought you did.
there's a few silences there that kind of where I got distracted, but we'll smooth over that as episodes are
Oh, yeah.
coming. So, well, I think that we're gonna wrap this up, and we'll see you on the next one.